Hello and welcome. Today we're going to make ourselves a converter app. We're going to first of all set up all the different components of the app, and then after that we are going to put in the programming that's necessary to make the app work. So this is going to be our converter app here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a title. So I'm going to make that a label and I'm going to call it converter, just like so. And that converter, I can make the font size bigger, so let's call that 18, like so. Okay, I'm going to put in a label, and I'm going to put in a box, and I'm going to do this in a horizontal arrangement. Why will become clear in just a moment. I'm going to have two of these. So I want things to go side by side, so I'm going to first put in a label, and I'm going to change the label to feet, like so. And then I'll put a label into the next one, and this is going to be called inches. There we are. And then I'm going to put in the text box for the user to actually write into. And what I want to make sure is that my label here is on the correct side. And let's put in the second text box here, like that. There we are, feet and inches. I could muck around with the sizes of these if I wanted to line up, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So to help me later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename these text boxes. So I'm going to rename the first one feet, okay, and the second one I'm going to rename as inches, okay. And then I'm going to put in one more thing, two more things. First thing is we're going to have a button, and we are going to rename it to calculate, because that's what it does. Notice though, it doesn't actually change the text on the button. The text on the button has to be changed down here. So I change it in both places to remain consistent. Now the last thing I want to do is I just want to put in a label, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call it result. And when we start the app, I'm going to hide it. So this is what our app looks like, and you can see that it's fed through to here. So we can type in feet and inches here, calculate, and the result will appear down here. So let's code this thing. I'm going to click onto my blocks, and all of the action is going to happen when I hit the calculate button. So I find the calculate button and say when calculate.click. Now I'm going to want to set up a couple of variables to help me. Variables store information. So to set up a variable, I have to use this initialize block here, and I'm going to initialize height in cm, and I'm just going to set that to 0. So out of the math drawer I get 0. That means we've got this variable to store our result in, and then we can work on that later on. So now that I've got my variable there, I want to set it. So I'm going to set the height in centimeters, and I want to do my calculation here. So the first thing I have to do is I have to find the height in feet, and what I want is feet.text, just like that. And oh, sorry, that's set feet.text. I've got it wrong myself. I want to actually just get the feet text, like so. And while I'm on it, let's get the inches text, like so. And we're going to do the maths with these. So there's 12 inches in a foot, so I'm going to use some multiplication. So here is my multiplication box, and I'm going to multiply the number of feet by 12. Now I haven't got 12 in there, so I'm going to use 0 and change it like so. And then if I add on the number of inches, that will give me the total number of inches. So I'm going to use plus, and you see how I'm building it up bit by bit? That gives me the total number of inches. Now, I happen to know that there are 2.54 centimetres in every inch. You can look up these things and how to calculate them online. So I'm going to multiply the whole lot by 2.54. There we are. The next thing I want to do is I want to set that result. So I've come down in here and I find the label result, and I'm going to set the result text. And what I'm going to set it to is, yes, I've got the global height in centimetres, but I want to add centimetres on the end, as in cm. So I'm going to use join here to join two bits of text together, and I'm going to join in my variable, which is I use get the global height in centimetres and join it to the text cm. Last thing I need to do is I need to make it visible. So I come down to the result and I find visible in here, and I'm going to set result.visible to, and this one will be in logic, true. Hopefully that is now working. So if I come over here and click into my app, if I say 6 feet and no inches, and well, let's try 2 inches, 6'2", and click calculate, it says 187.96. If I go into Google, feet to inches, calculator, then feet, sorry, and inches to cm, then I can click onto a site and centimetres to feet in inches, there we are. So if I put in 6 and 2, convert to cm, and this seems to be taking an awful lot of time about it, but it's come up with exactly the same result. So this works, and I hope that you can see how it works. Please have a try, see if we can create this. That is your task for today. If you are doing better, that means you are managing to get this working, then I want you to try some other conversions, maybe Celsius to Fahrenheit, or you could think of something yourself. Even better, you can create a menu system to choose between them. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you can have some fun replicating this simple kind of app. Thanks for watching.